RFP. We also understand that that's required by law and appreciate a good governance process associated with that and know that you'll do that. I also, though, want to mention that despite the fact that there's a lot of conversation today from people who are anxious about the test and have issues with the test, we have a lot of parents and educators who feel very strongly that the aligned assessment system that's in place has been working, and just would like to leave you with a quote actually that came from an educator who we work with that was in the Times-Picayune yesterday from Chalmette. He said, "There's a discernible difference between where I was 10 years ago and where my teachers are today. They aren't just thinking about promoting students to the next grade level. As they plan for and deliver instruction, they are considering if the work they are doing is preparing them for college and careers. I believe this change in mindset is due in large part to the implementation of the PARCC assessment." So again, all that to say thank you for what you've done. There's a lot of people out there that support you and want you to continue to stay the course.
Thank you, Ms. Martin.
Hi, my name is Dominique McGee. You know, she just quoted that teacher from the op-ed yesterday that was in the Times-Picayune, but what unfortunately the Times-Picayune didn't let the public know was that this particular teacher is a teacher leader, and she is paid to promote this curriculum and this agenda by the Department of Education. So while we do appreciate her comments and sentiments, we should also let the public know that there is an ulterior motive financially for her to make this type of comments. Now, the thing that I want to discuss today about this PARCC contract and this test, you know, there's a great verse in Galatians that says, "A man reaps what he sows." And what this board has sown in the educational system of Louisiana over the last 3 years is chaos. This is the same word that we hear principals, teachers, parents, students, and school boards use over and over again. At what point is this board going to wake up and realize that the policies you are setting are creating harm? It's not a joke. I mean, we're talking about psychological effects on children throwing up at school, and we've got board members up here smirking when parents are pleading. This is unacceptable. It was last July, 8 months ago, that me and many other parents in this room pleaded before this board to stop the insanity of the PARCC tests, and you chose to stay the chaotic course and all ships ahead, you know? This is ridiculous. You know, it's an untested, overpriced, no real contract, PARCC-like test. Let's start letting the public really know what we're giving our kids. The fact that teachers and parents can't see this test, red flag. How many red flags do we need before we start going, you know what, maybe we're on the wrong course? Parents are engaged and we're awake, and we're not going to stop until the child abuse stops, because that's what this is. You are supporting policies that support child abuse. To rate any teacher or a school with poor evaluations or low performance scores because parents are exercising their parental rights to refuse this meaningless, time-wasting test is again another failed policy that does nothing more than create chaos. To refuse to hold a special meeting in February to address these issues and real concerns from districts all over the state, you again chose to let chaos reign and misinformation to run rampant in our state. Children are being threatened by teachers, as you heard the one little girl testify. This is everywhere. I am asking this board to step up and lead our state and give reasonable, clear responses to the principals who are asking, what are we going to do when these kids opt out? Give them some policy and direction. Stop going, I don't know. Well, it's up to y'all. Figure it out.
Thank you for your comments. I appreciate it. Mr. Reimer, you request